If you are a working professional and are preparing for the CAT, I am sure that there is this one question that would have crossed your mind at various points in time. Should you drop a year to prepare for the CAT, or should you prepare for the CAT and work simultaneously? In this video, we will discuss the pros and the cons of dropping a year to prepare for the CAT. Now, if you look at the advantages of dropping a year for CAT prep, it basically means that you will be focusing only on one thing at a time. And a lot of people believe that if they are doing only one thing at a time, then they would get better at that particular thing. So, dropping a year and preparing exclusively for the CAT gives you focused preparation without any distractions. So, you will not have to worry about an important assignment coming up. You will not have to worry about your bosses. You will not have to worry about the travel time that is required and all such things. So, it gives you an edge in terms of having focus when you are preparing for the test. The second advantage is this theory that exists that if you have only one option that you intend to pursue, then you will not have anything else that will distract you from your eventual goal, and that's how you will be able to focus your energy on one eventuality. So that is again an advantage when it comes to dropping a year and preparing for the CAT. The third thing is better utilization in terms of the additional time that you're going to have. And this utilization could be towards profile building, say for example, wherein you are trying to make your candidature better by doing some courses, some internships, working on some projects, working on a personal hobby, say for example, to build your CV when it comes to the interview round. So, dropping a year and not going for routine work experience will give you an edge in terms of building your CV when it comes to your CAT prep as well. In terms of the disadvantages that exist when you are dropping a year in terms of the CAT prep is there is no good answer to this question which will most invariably be asked to you in your interviews. Why should we select you over someone else who has prepared for the test and worked simultaneously? Now, it's a very tricky question because it's a rhetorical question at the end of the day. There is no real answer that will convince the panelists that you made the correct decision. And of course, it interferes with your strength being that of multitasking. So in this case, there is no good answer to this question and you will almost invariably be on the defensive once this question enters your interview. The second thing is, in terms things don't really go according to plan, then you will not really have any choice whatsoever. You might have to take the college that you have gotten admission even if it did not feature in your initial bucket list of colleges. So in case things go awry, there is no out of this entire journey. You will have to take up the option that will be the best option at that point in time. And the third thing is, in terms of the test, what happens at the CAT is, it is a test of aptitude at the end of the day. The syllabus, as you would have already known, will be 10 standard quant and logic and verbal syllabus. Now, to do that, it does not require 8 to 10 hours of effort every day. And even if you start your preparation right now, it will require roughly 3 to 4 hours of preparation in a day if you want to ace the test. And if you drop your job, you will have pretty much nothing that you will be doing over the rest of the day. And that is when things become monotonous. You might actually get bored of your preparation, and by the time you reach the 26th of November, you might actually be disillusioned in terms of why do you want to go for an MBA as a career choice. So the more time you have to think, the more paralyzed your decision making will be and the more confused you might end up when it comes to the actual test. So now what should you be doing? So there are some recommendations from our end. The first thing is, it is the best idea to work and prepare simultaneously. If anything, try to phase your preparation in such a manner that it allows you consistent preparation. So in case you are working and you are not getting those 3 to 4 hours that we mentioned earlier for preparation at a stretch, what you can do is you can think about prep in terms of buckets of 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Just make sure that those buckets of 15 minutes or 30 minutes that you are going to get will be filled with content. So plan ahead of time. Maybe on every Sunday, you can sit and plan for the entire week. So let's say, for example, you are planning to give 20 hours of preparation to a particular week. You can sit on a Sunday and make sure that you have 20 hours of content available at your disposal, so that whenever you get that 15-minute or 30-minute window, you will be able to fill that window with content. So make sure that you are planning ahead of time. That will help you work and prepare simultaneously. If your job gives you the benefit of applying for a leave or maybe taking some sick leaves or working from home, avail those options. And make sure that you are preparing whenever you get those kind of options. Within your job as well, wherever you are going to get that bit extra, make sure that you are using it well. You can use your travel part of things wherein you can again fill it with content. You can maybe listen to some sessions, watch some sessions, and make sure that you are preparing at those instances. If you have a lunch break of, say for example 30 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour, make sure that you are finishing your lunch maybe in 15 minutes and then you are utilizing the remaining 15 minutes focused on content. So make sure that you are using your time judiciously. You can work and prepare for the CAT. It's definitely not going to be an issue for most of the situations. Now let's say for example your work-X is not really adding a lot of value to you. Your boss is not really giving you a lot of time to focus on prep. Your work hours are not exactly friendly when it comes to CAT prep, and you are not getting time as a whole to prepare for the test. In that case, you have to figure out what is it that will add more value to you compared to your work-X. Only if you have an answer to that question will you quit your job. So just quitting your job and thinking that you will focus only on CAT prep is not recommended. Make sure that you are adding some value to your CV in addition to your CAT prep if you are planning to take a break. And the third thing is very important. You have to be aware of this phenomenon called the Parkinson's law. So whenever you have some time and some work, the amount of work will expand to fill the amount of time that you have on hand. So let's say for example, you are planning to do an activity over 5 days, the work will expand to fill the entirety of those 5 days that you have on hand. Similarly, if you want to do the same job in 2 days, the amount of work will expand to fill those 2 days. So just because you have more time doesn't mean that you will get more work done. It might be the case that you would have got the same amount of work done otherwise, but because you have more time, you are doing it at a leisurely pace. So beware of this phenomenon. Make sure that you are filling the amount of time you have with the optimum amount of content. So to summarize, taking a break is not usually recommended unless there is a very strong reason behind it. And if you end up taking a break, make sure that you are doing something worthwhile in the extra time that you have. Wish you all the best with your CAT prep.